The eminent Spanish artist Francisco Goya stands as a remarkable creative figure within the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Born into a middle-class household in 1746, he commenced his artistic journey at a young age, swiftly garnering recognition from his contemporaries due to his exceptional brilliance. In contemporary times, we hold him in high esteem, particularly for his notable works, including the renowned paintings such as The 3rd of May 1808, Portrait of Charles Feuille and his family, and his unflinching series of engravings titled The Disasters of War. Yet, perhaps the most emotionally resonant creation is a print from 1799, bearing the evocative title, The Sleep of Reason Produces Monsters. The title plays a central role within the piece, strategically etched onto the desk, and resonates even more eloquently in its original Spanish form. Goya's personal acquaintance with a lifelong struggle against manic depression is well documented, and he understood intimately the torment that can befall one's mind during the night, especially when one's mental state is fragile. Each of the grotesque creatures depicted in Goya's art is, in essence, a representation of a troubling thought, a thought that tends to assail us when we are at our most vulnerable, fatigued, and depleted. Often, these nocturnal ruminations are internalized versions of the harshest criticisms we have encountered, likely originating from our formative years. The owl with its expansive wings might embody the screeching voice that insists we are destined to fail, while the bat with its beaked countenance could embody the hissing condemnation of our desires as repugnant. The serpentine entity at the bottom seems to gaze upon us judgmentally, articulating disappointment in the trajectory we've taken. In the light of day, when these metaphorical monsters hover nearby, during interactions with colleagues or shared meals with friends, we can marshal our rational defenses against them. We remind ourselves that we've done nothing wrong and need not incessantly apologize for our existence. We affirm our right to inhabit our own space. However, at night, our armor of logic and reason can seem to slip away, leaving us vulnerable to the onslaught of self-doubt. Questions like, why are we still alive, and why haven't we given up, can take root without clear answers to counter them. To safeguard our mental well-being, it might be necessary to undertake a thorough analysis of each internalized creature's origin, sustenance, motivations, and the means to subdue its influence. Some of these emotional beasts may have been born from harsh words spoken by our parents or nurtured by the neglect we experience. Many of them thrive when we are overburdened with tasks, fatigued, and surrounded by the chaos of urban life. They despise moments of tranquility. Nature and the bonds of friendship can offer solace and respite. We must learn to manage these inner demons, recognizing that each of us harbors our unique version. We must approach this endeavor with the utmost respect, acknowledging their potential to harm us. Constructing robust mental defenses, fortified with benevolent arguments, becomes paramount. Simultaneously, we can derive solace from the idea that these nocturnal specters tend to lose their ferocity as we cultivate lives marked by reason and serenity. With compassion and gentleness, we aspire to a point where, even in the dead of night, as these inner monsters strain against their restraints and lash out, we retain a steadfast self-assurance and the knowledge that we are safe and deserving of kindness. Goya's print transcends mere portrayal of nocturnal terror. It also beckons us toward a more sanguine future, suggesting that, over time, we can harness these inner demons through the transformative powers of love and reason.